Hey you guys, welcome back to Cabo Verde Wellness. My name is Karen. Today we have a beautiful sequence for releasing stress. We can all suffer from stress sometimes, and it's nice to just breathe it out and let it go. So today's practice is about 17 minutes, and we're going to start in an extended child's pose, which means we're going to take our knees out to the edges of the mat. Maybe bring the big toes to touch if they can. It's okay for them to be a little wider. And then we're going to sit the hips back comfortably as far as they'll go. Walk the hands forward, leaving the forearms on the mat to start with, and resting the forehead gently against the floor. And then we're going to breathe here. What we're going to try and find is a little expansion through the torso as we inhale, maybe through the nose for the count of 3, and then exhale either through the nose or the mouth for the count of 3. Try to keep that little cycle of breath going for a few breaths and just feel that opening in the torso, little stretching for opening in the hips, and maybe a nice little feeling of openness starting in the shoulders and the chest too. And then we're going to walk the hands forward so the forearms come up off the floor and we start to feel more of a stretch through the side body, through the shoulder girdle, and down through the arms. Breathing here, maybe keeping that breath of inhaling for the count of 3 and exhaling for the count of 3 going throughout this sequence. It's okay if you forget about it, just come back to it whenever you remember it. Inhaling for the count of 3 and exhaling for the count of 3. On your next inhale, find some space just by bringing the body up, keeping that right hand on the floor and threading the left arm through with the palm facing up, then resting onto that left shoulder, resting onto the left side of the head and breathing here, finding that nice release in the left side of the body and the left shoulder. Breathing, inhaling for the count of 3 and exhaling for the count of 3, bringing yourself back up, create some space, and then take that opposite arm underneath the body, resting into the right shoulder and resting into the right side of the head and finding your breath. And as you breathe, just thinking about finding that nice openness in the body as you exhale. When we're open, it's a lot easier to let go of stress or anxiety. So just bear that in mind as we stretch and breathe through the class, feeling more and more open, bringing yourself up on your next inhale into your tabletop with your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, a nice long spine. We're going to inhale up and really open up through the front of the body. And then as we exhale, dropping the head, pushing into the hands, opening up through the spine, inhaling it up and exhaling it down. Staying nice and present in your body, not really letting the mind go to that place. If it's getting us stressed, maybe just breathing here and concentrating on exactly where we are. We're going to open the knees up to the edges of the mat for a little wider cat-cow. Inhaling up here, opening up through the front of the body, feeling that little extra opening in the hips, and then exhaling to drop the head and lift through the spine. And as you come up for your next inhale, think about lifting the chin and rolling those shoulders back towards the hips for that extra little opening in the chest. Exhaling down, chin comes into the chest. Nice opening through the spine. Inhale it up, rolling the shoulders back. Exhaling it down and letting something go as you exhale. Maybe even letting something go on each exhale of this entire sequence. And then bringing yourself back to center, walk the knees back in underneath the hips. Uncurl the toes, walk the hands forward into your puppy pose. Gently rest the forehead against the earth and maybe Just readjusting by walking the hips back a little if that helps for a little extra comfort. We're going to breathe here, thinking about letting go on the exhale, energizing ourselves with good energy, good clear energy on the inhale, and maybe even allowing some tension and some stress or tightness to let go from the shoulders as we are exhaling. Keeping that nice. Inhale for the count of 3, and exhaling for the count of 3, going through your stretching. Bringing yourself back up on the next inhale. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, the knees back underneath the hips. We're going to take all the weight onto the left hand and inhale to rotate through that right shoulder. Exhaling it forward, maybe inhaling it back. 3, one direction, and 3, the opposite direction. Just finding that nice opening through the shoulder. And the same thing on the opposite side. All the weight comes onto the right hand. Inhaling it up, exhaling it down, 3 times in one direction. And then 3 times inhaling it up and exhaling it down in the opposite direction. With the hands back underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Let's walk ourselves back down into that puppy pose again. Just gently walking the arms forward, hands resting on the floor, forehead resting on the floor. Nice big inhale. Don't be afraid to adjust here. Taking the knees back a little bit if that helps. And breathing. Then we're going to inhale and exhale to take the chin to the chest and look forward with the eyes. Inhale, bring the chin into the chest. Exhale, take it to the floor. Inhale, chin into the chest. Exhale, take it to the floor. Inhale, bring that chin into the chest. Exhale and take it to the floor. Breathe here. Curl the toes underneath on the inhale. Maybe take one more look forward. Inhaling, bringing the chin into the chest. And then bringing yourself up, walking the hands back. Toes are curled in, hands walk back towards the knees, and we're going to bring yourselves up into a forward fold. Knees can be bent or they can be nice and straight. Relax the head here and find a nice inhale and exhale into your fold. Hands are parallel with the feet on the floor. We're going to inhale and bring it up onto the fingertips and look forward. Exhale into your forward fold. Take the hands to the floor. Relax the head. Look through the legs. Inhale it up. Find that nice stretch through the back body. Exhale it down. Look through the legs. All right. Then we're going to take the left hand into center. Inhale and open it up with the right, taking it all the way up. Always take the hand to the hip and inhale to open up with the elbow if it's too much to take the arm all the way up. Exhale it back down. Right hand comes to center. Inhale up with the left, bending through the right knee if that helps, straightening through the left. Opposite side, left hand down, right arm up. Maybe a little bend in the opposite leg. One more time on the left hand side, inhaling it up, finding that opening, exhaling it down. Inhale up with the right, look up at that arm and exhale it back down. Oh, we're going one more time to the left, exhaling down. And then we're walking forward into our plank. Nice strong plank here. Reaching back with the heels, opening through the upper back. And then we're going to inhale ourselves up and into our downward dog. Maybe thinking about your cues for your comfortable downward dog here. The knees can be bent. Heels don't need to be on the floor. We want to concentrate on nice flat hands, opening through the fingers, relaxing the head, lengthening through the arms. And then maybe with time, we can straighten those legs and take the heels to the floor. Look up at your hands on your next inhale and step your left foot forward. Drop your right knee, come up onto the fingertips, and let's find ourselves a low lunge here. Bring your hands up onto your knee to start with. Your back toes can be curled in, or they can be flattened against the floor. We're going to inhale the arms up here, and then exhale to relax the shoulders away from the ears, lengthening and opening up through that body. On each exhale, maybe letting something go, something bothering us, something not serving us. And on your next exhale, you're going to take your hands down either side of your foot and walk the hands back, finding that nice stretch through the back of the front leg by taking the heel to the floor. Don't be afraid to readjust, bringing the knee of the right leg underneath the hip. Makes this a little easier. Inhale it up. Fingertips on the floor. Exhale into a forward fold to deepen that stretch and opening through the muscles in the back of the leg. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Nice job. Now walk it forward, lift through the back knee, and take the left hand inside the left foot. Walk the left foot out so the toes come out further than the heel, and you're finding that nice opening in the left hip. Right heel is reaching back. Hands are nice and strong. Shoulders are rolled out for a nice opening in the chest here. Breathing. Finding your breath. Then we're going to drop the back knee. Take the right forearm to the floor, the left forearm to the floor, if it works. And then maybe if that feels good, we can lift through the back knee. If it doesn't feel good to lift through the back knee, drop it back down. If it doesn't feel good to be on your forearms, come back up onto your hands. Wherever you are, find that inhale and exhale for the count of 3. And then bring yourself back up on your next inhale. Walk the hand back outside the left foot and find your downward dog. Don't worry if the knees are bent. Find those nice strong hands. Lengthen through the arms, the spine, lifting the hips into the air. And with time, the heels will come down. Take a little breath here. And when you're ready, look up at your hands and step it forward with the right foot. Drop your left knee this time. Inhale up for a low lunge. Exhale, release into it so that those hips just come a little closer towards the floor, like the bottom of your spine is reaching or grounding itself towards the earth. Inhale to bring the arms up. Exhale to relax the shoulders. Feel this nice opening in the hips, this nice opening for all those leg muscles through the hips, up through the torso. Exhale, hands come either side of the right foot. Now inhale and bring yourself back onto that heel of the right foot, lengthening through the right leg. Inhale to bring it up. Exhale to fold forward. Don't be afraid to adjust here. Inhale to bring it up. Exhale one more time down. Inhale up, flatten that right foot onto the floor, walk the hands forward, take the right hand inside the right foot this time. Walk the foot out so the toes come a little further out than the heel. And then if it feels good, lift through the back knee. High lizard here. See how this feels. If this feels good with those nice big inhales and exhales, feeling that break and that opening for the hips, then maybe you can drop the left knee and come down onto the left forearm. The right forearm, get nice and grounded in the forearms, grounded in that right foot, and then lift through the back knee and find your low lizard. If it doesn't feel good, drop back down onto that back knee and breathe there. If that doesn't feel good, come back up onto the hands all the time, finding that nice inhale and exhale for the count of 3. Slowly bringing yourself back up, one hand at a time. Walk the foot in, inside the right hand, and step it back to your downward dog. Find a nice big inhale here and a nice long releasing exhale. Maybe even sighing out through the mouth if that feels good, letting something extra go. And then bring yourself down onto your knees, cross your feet, and sit back onto your butt. Find your nice seated position here. Find your foundation here. Sit yourself up nice and tall. And for our last stretch, we're going to take our hands behind the back, clasp the fingers, and then guide your hands over to the right side of your body. Your right elbow is going to come out, and then you inhale. You're going to bring that elbow in and energetically think about bringing both elbows together. Find that nice connection in the core. Shoulders are open, and as you exhale, take your right ear to your right shoulder. Breathe here, find that nice connection in the belly. Knees grounding towards the floor, shoulders stacked over the hips, nice opening for the chest and the left side of the neck. On your next inhale, take your chin to your chest, release the hands, keep the hands clasped, and guide them over to the left side of the body. Inhale to lift the chin, exhale to bring that elbow in, and think about energetically bringing those elbows together as you open through the chest. Find that connection in the core, gently releasing the left ear to the left shoulder on your next exhale. And opening up, releasing through the opposite side of the neck and the chest, the heart, and the shoulders. Inhale to bring that chin to the chest. Exhale to release the hands and bring them back onto your knees. We're going to take the palms facing up here, sitting up nice and tall. Nice open energy in our hands. Nice open energy in the hips, the spine, the shoulders, and the heart. And hopefully a nice open mind too. We're going to take last few breaths together here. Inhaling for the count of 3. Exhaling for the count of 3. Maybe even finding some gratitude for the fact that we are now clearer, more stress-free, tension-free, having let go and opened and reconnected with our nice, calm and happy place. Let's take the hands into prayer pose. Drop your chin to your chest. Close your eyes. Whisper namaste. Bless that calm, peaceful energy. Thanks for joining me today, you guys. Hopefully you're all stress-free. See you all next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Namaste.